Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, April the 11th. I'm going to get caught up with you all here so that I can see all of your comments. So how is everybody this week? Let me get myself turned down here. Okay, so I am with you now. This is Sunday, April the 11th, and it is gorgeous here in East Tennessee today. Knoxville was beautiful. I hope that the weather is great where you are too. I know that there were a few of you on the 2:30 meeting today, on the 2:30 Zoom meeting today, that your weather is still kind of crummy. Sorry. Yeah, ours is great. Hello, Carol Lou. It's good to see you. And hello, Barbara. It's good to see you again. It's the second time I've seen you today. Yeah, our weather is fabulous. I will say, though, hello, Irma. The pollen is terrible. It is so bad. Everybody's car is covered in yellow. Hello, Rosie. It's good to see you. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Everybody's car is covered in yellow, and I saw a couple of places today where water had pooled in an area. And hello, Trish. It's good to see you again today. And it actually was like covered in pollen. I mean, absolutely covered in pollen. It was hideous. But anyway, but it's the kind of pollen that so far, knock on wood, is not bothering me. So hello, Lisa. It's good to see everybody. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. Hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. It is so good to see everybody again. I saw quite a few of you all at the 2:30 Zoom meeting today. Hello, Elaine, which will last just a little bit longer. We'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. I do not know when those are going to end, but we'll talk in just a few minutes about the Knoxville in-person workshops. And hello, John from Home Base. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Kathy. It is good to see you. Hello, Tag. Hello, everyone. John already knows what we're making in the second half because I asked if he wanted this for dinner tonight, and I immediately got back a yes. So I think it's going to be a good one. I've been kind of craving them all week long. Hello, Katie. Yep, it is good to see you. Oh yeah, Katie missed us last weekend, and it is good to see you. So Casey is trying to interrupt the chat by sending pictures of Alyssa with her new best friend, her new little neighbor, Lily. Yeah, so she is going to be interrupting the chat. I'm going to try not to pay attention to her. Casey, wait till we're done. Okay, I'll see the cutest pictures later. Hello, Sandra from Sandy from West Virginia. Yeah, it's great to see everybody. Again, lovely weather here in Tennessee, here in Knoxville. We're going to talk here in just a second about the news for Knoxville. Most of you all are already caught up on that, and if you're not from Knoxville, you'll just have to hang with me. Hello, Mary from New Albany, Indiana. Hello, Liz. Also, if you are brand new, please do let us know because we love to welcome new people. We love to tell you hi and hello. If you are watching this later on YouTube, if you don't want to see the highs and hellos, hello, Jean. Okay, Jean. Is it Jean or Jeannie? You got to tell me because when I say your name in my head, I pronounce it both ways, which is super weird. I know. Hello, Sherry from Connecticut. Hello, Orlando Debbie. Second time I've seen you today. Aloha, Kathy. But if you're brand new, let us know again because we love to say hi and hello. And if you are watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. And if you don't want to say hi and hello, Betty Ann, go ahead and grab that scroll bar and go on over to about 10 minutes because that's when it slows down. Okay, Jean, I'm going to try really hard to remember that. So yeah, it's so weird. I pronounce it both ways in my head. Hello, Sandra from Naperville. Hello, Alicia. It is good to see you. So again, hello, Andrea. I haven't seen you in a little bit. If you're brand new, again, let us know because we would love to welcome you. Hello, Sherry. Yep, and hello. Yep, and Barbara's telling everybody in the chat hello. Jean, I know, Jean, just Jean. So I'm going to try and remember that really hard. Every time I see your name, I'm going to try and just go, Kelly, it's just Jean. It's just Jean. Hello, Roberta. Yep, hello, everyone. Okay, so again, I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Today, hello, Sandy from Northeastern Kansas, and hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. It's good to see you again today. Yeah, hello, Alicia. So I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Today is Sunday, April the 11th. Hello, Vicky, and hello, Sandy. And there are a ton of you all here today, so it is so good to see you all. But we are going to get started here in just a second. Hello, Marlene from Rainy, Florida. Yeah, we saw some of that. What is up with that? It looks like y'all had some storms down there. And hello, Carol from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. And Debbie did get her, if you were on the 2:30 Zoom meeting, Debbie did get her soup canned. So awesome. And she's having a bowl of it for dinner. That is awesome. Hello, Donna. Hello, Connie. It's good to see you. So people who have been attending the 2:30 Zoom meeting, I'm going to say hello to you here in just a second, but then I have not really some news because I don't have any updates on that yet. But hello, Myrna. I do have updates, though, on when Knoxville is going to go back to in-person workshops. But everybody, the 2:30 Zoom meeting today, and again, that is Gwen's meeting. That is not my meeting. So new people, if you're watching this, I do not have a 2:30 Zoom meeting for WW. Okay, that is my leader. She's been doing that while we have been, have been shut down, due to COVID. So today I saw Gwen, Christine, Barbara M, and Barbara from the Crossroads. So I saw Barbara from New York and Barbara from the Crossroads. I saw Myrna, Ann, Tina, Karen, Sandra, Kathy, Sandy with an I, Sandy with a Y. Let's see, Ann, Amy, another Tina for just a little bit, Roberta, Lynn, Jacqueline, Marlene, Janelle, Morgan, Ann, Trish, Orlando, Debbie, and Jackie. And I think that's everybody. I think I got everybody that was at the 2:30 Zoom today. So that little bit of news, Knoxville girls, we are getting our our in-person workshops back again. So we are starting Saturday, April the 17th. Saturday, April the 17th, there will be workshops with Cheryl M. at 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. And we have talked about this a couple of weeks in a row. So if you haven't been paying attention, sorry, you're going to have to catch up. But those will be at the Cedar Bluff location. On Monday, April the 19th, there will be one in-person workshop with the beloved Gwen. Sadly, I will not be able to attend that because I have Alyssa that day, and I love Alyssa more than I love Gwen. So sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Barbara. For some reason, I thought I saw you today. Other Barbara. I know I saw one Barbara today. And let's see. And then on Thursday, April the 22nd, there will be one in-person workshop at 12:15 with Sandy P. So those are here in Knoxville. Again, really quickly, what I do know and don't know about Knoxville going back to in-person workshops, we are, and Orlando Debbie said at the end of the 2:30 Zoom, she told Gwen that when these end, that she is going to have to she's going to have to relocate to Orlando. So I'm sure Gwen's husband will be on board with that. Yeah, no, she won't be. Okay, what I don't know is when new workshops will open. So those are the only ones that I know about right now. But Gwen did drop another hint, which I'm just going to take as gospel, like I did last time, that as these are attended, the four actually that I just mentioned, as those are attended and as people, come and attend, hello Loretta, that they will open up some more. So that is, as long as they are well attended, as long as COVID protocols are followed, and as long as everything stays on course, then it sounds like Maryville and Powell might be next, maybe. And I'm super excited because I'm Powell. I go to the Powell one. So I know a bunch of you all said, oh my gosh, Kelly's going to be the first one with her bottom in a chair. Okay, I won't be. I probably won't be because the two Saturday times I'm at work, and they're not with Gwen. And then the one with Gwen, I have Alyssa. And again, I love Gwen, but I love Alyssa more. So I don't know. I'm probably going to, as much as I want to go sit my bottom in a chair, I will probably have to wait until we are back in Powell, until I'm hoping Tuesday nights again, in Powell. Okay, so I do know that Knoxville girls, you should check Connect before you show up, just in case. They are not planning on anything being wrong. They are not planning on any disasters, but just in case, if for some bizarre reason the numbers spike here in Knoxville, and I don't really see that they're going to, but COVID's been weird, so nobody knows. But just in case the numbers spike, or like, if somebody at the Cedar Bluff location was to be exposed or something like that, and if they have to cancel one, please don't get in your car and drive to Cedar Bluff before you check on Connect to make sure, and hello Mary, to make sure that they're going to have the workshop. I do know no reservations are required, but seating is limited to 34. I believe it's 34 people. Please don't scoot the chairs together. They have asked us that we not come in and go, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever, and start pushing the chairs together. Even if you are fully vaccinated, please don't push the chairs together because they're going to have to spread them back out, and that's going to keep them from being able to add, more people as we go, as we go along. So don't do that. No food is going to be allowed. You can bring a beverage, and you can pull your mask down. Take a sip of your beverage and put your mask back up, but masks will be required. Again, I don't know how this affects the lifetime members that are in good standing through June the 30th. I still don't know how that affects you all. And let's see. And then as the Zoom workshops start to go away, as the in-person workshops come in, we'll have to figure out what to do with Gwen. So we have shared her with so many people around the country that I know it's going to be super upsetting, when Gwen is no longer available to you in her Zoom workshops. If you need help finding another workshop, you can go to Connect. You can go to WW, go ahead and log in, go to Connect, and then for hours, for the one that we still have right now at 2:30 on Sundays for the Kingston Pike group, go to WW, go to Connect, and then go to find the search for Kingston Pike or search for Knoxville, and you'll find the Kingston Pike location. You can go ahead and sign up for that. If you need more information on WW, you can go in the go to your homepage on your desktop. I think is the best place to find this one. After you log in, click on the My WW icon, and then click on the starter guide, and it's going to show you everything you need to know about, blue, green, and purple. It's got a lot of information on there. Okay. This month's theme, because this is April, so last week we did have a live chat, but I couldn't announce the theme for the month because we didn't have a Zoom meeting on Sunday because it was Easter. So even though you all were here with me for Easter, we couldn't have the Zoom, during the day because it was Easter. Thank you to everyone who was here last week. So this month's theme is build healthy habits. Yeah, and Trish will be sad. I know when Gwen is gone. I know we're going to figure out something to do, but some way to fix this. But anyway, so this month's theme. So for all of April, it is build healthy habits, and so building healthy habits is going to focus on ways to make healthy habits almost effortless. We're going to try and make that almost effortless by creating habit loops. So we've talked about habit loops multiple times over the 25 years. Of course, I've been doing this for 3 years now, 2.5, 3 years, I guess. But anyway, so over all of this time, we've talked about habit loops several times, and basically a habit loop is a cue. So something happens that triggers a behavior, and then and then when you do that behavior, then it turns into a reward. So a reward can be good, and sometimes it might be good right then, but it's not something that you necessarily wanted to do. So we'll talk more about habit loops here in just a few minutes when we get into the chat. But I did want to mention to everyone who has gone and followed us on YouTube, it's just YouTube, search If You Have an Egg, who's gone and followed us and who has liked and subscribed. Thank you very much. I know a lot of y'all have, because I see those as they come in, but I don't know what happened. Our numbers have dropped. So a lot of y'all have gone and subscribed, but our numbers have dropped. Don't know what's up with that. So nowhere near that 5,000 that I was trying to get to. So if y'all will just keep helping out, that would be super, super awesome. Okay, so to get right in, we just talked about last week's Zoom meeting. There was not a Zoom meeting last Sunday, but a lot of y'all did have an opportunity to sit your bottoms in a little chair. So if you sat your bottom in a little chair at an actual workshop, an in-person workshop, give me a thumbs up. So again, if you're new, if you're on a mobile device, down here at the bottom, there's a little thumb, and you can give me a thumbs up. Or if you attended, and Linda had her bottom in a green chair again. That's awesome. So, give me a thumbs up. Or if you attended a Zoom meeting last week, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you would have normally attended the Sunday Zoom meeting with Gwen and you couldn't because we didn't have one because of Easter, you can still go ahead and do a thumbs up. And Alicia had her bottom in a chair yesterday. Mask and social distancing in place. About 22 in the workshop. That's actually pretty good. So thumbs ups for that. And if you attended here with us last week on Easter Sunday, extra bravo. Thank you for doing that. Give me some hearts. Or if you went back and watched it on demand, and we'll take some hearts for that too. So again, new people, there's a little heart down here, and you can see other people. You can see other people are doing it. So it's thumbs ups for workshops, hearts for attending with us. But yeah, so everybody who was here the Easter week, how exciting is that? Like, our attendance at church was down the Sunday after Easter, which I find odd. I don't know. Maybe it's because attendance is up so much on Easter that it goes down. I don't know. But your attendance did not go down the week of Easter. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So bravo stickers to everyone. And if you are new, you can get actual Bravo stickers on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just go to the shopping section and digital downloads, and you can go ahead and download some of those. So awesome job, everybody. Last week was chat number 218, and it was titled Temptation Bundling. And it was funny because at the beginning of the week, it was like y'all were stumbling on what to do. I don't know. It was funny. It was like, I don't know, just the first few days of the week, it was like people were going, I don't really know. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what to do. But then once it kicked in and y'all got it, shoo, all kinds of homework started coming in. So new people, if you do your homework, so we have the first 30 minutes of every week is classroom basically portion. And if you do your homework, then you get an awesome Bravo badge that Casey makes for us. And so last week it was temptation bundling, and last week we discovered that temptation bundling is simply, it's so simple. Once you get it, it's so simple. But it is simply taking something that you should do and pairing it with something that you love to do. So to make it, a little bit easier to take the, kind of the sting out of having to do it. So that should do. Last week we were going to make a short list, no more than 3 items that you should be doing, and then make another list of things that you love to do, and kind of try to pair them up. So you know how in school when we used to do the what was it just called, matching, on tests? I don't even know if they do that or not. I guess maybe they don't, because I'm not sure how much you're writing in school anymore. But would be 2 columns, and then you would match them up. So that's kind of what we were doing. And then you would take your love to do, and then you would pair it up with your need to do. And that's what you were going to do for your homework last week. So your homework was #temptation bundling. And let's see how you all did. So, and again, a bunch came in today. So yesterday and today. So once you all got it, you got it. You absolutely got it. And hello, Cheryl. So for your homework last week, Mary knows that she should walk on her treadmill. It's great exercise. It's great exercise. It's low impact. It's something that you can do inside. But it's boring. She thinks it's boring, but she loves the chats. So she has figured out how to bundle them. So Mary has been watching the chats while she's on the treadmill to keep herself entertained. So see, she's taken something that's boring, but that she knows she should do, and she's combined it with something that she loves to do, which is watching the chats. And we love that you love to watch the chats. And that's temptation bundling. That's a perfect example of that. Lynn is like me. She doesn't like to clean. Oh yeah, and I'm sorry, Myrna says, and as Mary Poppins says, just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. And that's exactly right. So that's what we're doing, is our spoonful of 0 sugar. But Lynn doesn't like to clean. She's like me. Just don't like it. I don't like it. But she loves to listen to music. Again, Lynn, kindred spirits here. So she's going to set a timer. So this last week, she was going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Every day, she was going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Not an alarm, a timer for 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, she was going to put in her headphones and listen to music and clean at the same time. Perfect example of temptation bundling. Hello, Marlene. And then Jean, and I've got it now. It's just Jean. So Jean enjoys the feeling of following through with a plan. And I will tell you, she is in 2 groups that I'm in. She's in our If You Have an Egg group, and then she is also in another group, another smaller group. And the smaller group is a lot of responsibility because there's not very many people in there, or they've kind of limited how many people are in there. So Jean has a lot of responsibility to make sure that people are thinking about what they're eating, and are talking to each other and things like that. So Jean does enjoy the feeling of following through with a plan, but she hates meal planning. So she loves to plan things and loves the way it feels, when she follows through with it, but she doesn't like to meal plan. So instead of killing herself, this week Jean was going to plan her meals just 1 day ahead. So she wasn't trying to do 7 days worth of meals times 3 or 4 meals a day, 21 to 28, different meals. She was going to plan them 1 day ahead and go ahead and track them so that she would do the meal planning that she knows she needs to do. But she was also going to get the satisfaction of completing that plan by just staying 1 day ahead. Another perfect example of temptation bundling. So bravo, ladies. Y'all did a great, no men did it this week. So bravo, ladies. Y'all did a great job on your homework. Here are more bravo stickers for you. And hopefully I got everybody their bravo sticker from Casey. If I did not, go ahead and holler at me so that I can get that to you. Okay. This week's topic is do what you want, not wait. There's Susie. Hello, Susie. So this week's topic is do what you want, not what you don't. So I don't know, in this world of me, it's all about me, sometimes I feel like we're doing a lot of what we want and not what we don't. But in our weight loss and wellness journey, not so much. I mean, if you're like me, you have a hard time making that a priority. So raise your little virtual hand if you've ever tried to break what you thought was a bad habit. So if you've ever tried to break what you thought was a bad habit, raise your little virtual hand or do a thumbs up or something like that. And I'm going to cheat and go ahead and get some water. Okay. Same thing. What if have you ever tried to start a good habit? So, you've tried to break what you think is a bad habit, but in the same vein, tried to start a good habit. So I'm just going to say, does it seem weird to you that it's just as hard to stop a bad habit or start a good one? It's just as hard. Either way, to me, it's just as hard to either try to break a bad habit or to start a new habit. I think they're equally hard to do, but it seems super easy to keep up a habit that you wish you could stop. Why is that? Is there anybody else that thinks that, is there anybody else that feels that same way? So you find it hard to break a habit you want to break or start a habit that you want to start, but it's super easy just to keep doing the same thing. Okay, so I loved the graphic from this week. So you're going to have to go back to WW, and there's a lot of y'all raising your little virtual hands. So I think we're all on the same page here. But I loved this week's graphic. So you're going to have to go back to go ahead and log on to WW, or go on your app and go back to this past week, because remember, we're always a week behind because we're doing the follow up from the prior week. But I loved the graphic from this last week. It's just a square, and at the top of it, it says monitor, and then it breaks off. So the monitor has like this little one eyeball in it, and it says monitor, and then it breaks off, and the two places you can go is, so if you go this direction, I want to break up with this habit. So I'm done. I want to break up with this habit. The next one, if you follow that line down, it says, I'm going to stick with this habit. And then when you follow those down, then we're going to talk about either modifying the behavior that you want to stop or maintaining the behavior that you want to continue doing. But I love that graphic. I think you should go look at it and possibly print it, because I think it's going to be, this is going to be another one of those topics where it's kind of, ambiguous, just out there in space. And I think it's going to be easier if you've got something printed out. So that one was a really cool one. Okay, so is the habit that's so easy that is the habit that's so easy when you really want to stop? So we were talking a few minutes ago about how easy it is to keep doing the same thing over and over again, even when you want to stop, but it's hard to stop a bad habit or start a new one. So is it something that you really want to stop, or is it just something that could stay in your routine, but it would just be maybe a little bit better if it was modified? So if there was something just a little bit different to it, that it would be better in your routine. So, might just need to tweak it a little bit. But how do you decide on that? So the first thing you're going to do is loop it. So when we were talking about those habit loops, so in the habit loop, there's going to be a cue, and the cue is going to be something happened, so like, I don't know, let me make something up. So the alarm clock goes off. The alarm clock goes off, and that's my cue. So that's my cue that it's time to get up. And then from that cue, then something's going to happen. I'm going to do something. So there's going to be a reaction to it, or I'm going to do something. So I'm going to do something is turn off the alarm, go ahead and get up and go walk, get up and start getting ready. What's that action going to be? And then whatever the action is that you had from that cue, that's going to give you some kind of a reward. So in that example, when the alarm clock goes off, which is the cue, if my action is to hit the snooze button, the reward might be 10 more extra minutes of sleep, which is its own kind of a reward. But in the second example, if the alarm clock going off is the cue, the action is I get up and go ahead and go walk, the reward might be I've started my day off well, because I do better. We talked about that at the 2:30 today. I do better when I start my day off with a walk, because it just kind of sets the tone for the entire rest of the day. So you're going to loop it first. So you're going to see what, okay, so this habit. Okay, so for this habit, what's the cue that makes this happen? What is the action that I take, and then what is the reward? Then after that, you've got to make some decisions. So it's decision time after that. So is this a habit that you should keep? So if I was already in the habit of the alarm clock going off, getting my shoes and everything on and heading out to walk, and the reward being starting my day off well, I might want to keep that habit. That might be a habit that I want to keep. Or is it a habit that should be modified? So is it something that should be modified so that it can produce a better result? So if if that same cue and action is, alarm clock goes off, hit the snooze button, then get up and walk, might still be, I'm still doing the walking action, but I might need to modify it. Does that make sense? So there might be some modification about that. And then you've got to decide, is it status quo or are you going to let it go? So that's the part where you decide, all right, am I keeping this habit? Is this a habit that that I need to keep? Do I need to keep it in my repertoire? And if it is, then find something that can help you kind of guard or protect one aspect of that habit to make sure that you can keep it up. Because again, it's a habit when you've done it repeatedly, but it is so easy. And I will tell you, COVID has killed so many of my good habits that I have spent 20 to 25 years developing. And I mean, they were like second nature. Like I didn't even think about it. I was in, and I'm saying this about the getting up and walking because that is going to be my mini goal for this week, is to start getting up and walking in the morning again. But at a 20 to 25 year habit, COVID crushed it. I mean, absolutely crushed it. So status quo, is it a habit that you want to keep going? You want to keep this habit up and you want to keep it going. So guard something about that. So what I could have guarded about that back when COVID started was not being scared about going outside and not knowing what was going on and just continuing with my walk and staying away from everybody. So I could have guarded that time. So guard something on that to make sure you can still do it. Or if it's time to let it go, then you could, find one thing about it to change it up, and find one thing that you can change to alter the situation completely. So in this instance, what I'm going to do to alter, to change it, completely is I'm going to stop going into work so early, because during COVID, a lot of times I was the only one that could be here. So I'm going to stop going into work so early. I'm going to change that behavior and go loop back around to my walking behavior. So your homework this week is hashtag status quo or let it go. And I know that's super long, but I like for things to rhyme also. So your homework for this week is hashtag status quo or let it go. Status quo, StatusQuoRletitgo. That's a mouthful. So status quo or let it go. So you're going to pick a habit, and then you're going to decide, is it something that I'm going to keep and I'm going to find a way to guard that? Or is it something, is it time for a change and I need to change one little thing about this? I don't have to completely get rid of the habit, but is it, do I need to change one little thing about it so that I can turn this into a better habit? And thank you, Alicia, for posting that so that I can make it into a better habit. So that is your homework for this week. Tag me, show me. So show me what you're going to do. Hashtag status quo or let it go. Go ahead and tag me if you're on Instagram. It's just at IfYouHaveAnEgg. If you are on Connect, it is also at IfYouHaveAnEgg. If you are here on the Facebook page, the public page, if you just type it, I'll get a notification. If you're in our closed group, if you do the hashtag status quo or let it go, I will find it. Or you can tag me at Kelly Green Milligan and it'll pop up and go to my name. Or if you're going to comment on YouTube, pretty please, or send me a Facebook message, or you're going to post it on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com after Casey and Jessica post the chat, then you can just go ahead and comment there and I will see those as well. But do your homework so you can get your super cool badge. Casey has been busy all afternoon tie-dyeing t-shirts with 2 3-year-olds. So it'll be tomorrow before she does your badge. But don't forget to do your homework. I want to see what y'all come up with, and we are just about right on time for this next part, but I want to see what you come up with. I know personally, I have already chosen my status quo or let it go, and it is going to be that walking. So I forget what the statistics are. Gwen tells us what the statistics are of you're like 10 times more likely. I don't know the number. Somebody tell me, but I'm going to make it up. You're like 10 times more likely to do something if you say it out loud. If you say it out loud to somebody else, well, I'm saying it out loud to all y'all, okay? That I am going to status quo or let it go. I'm going to change that COVID habit of hitting snooze, and then coming to work. I'm going to change that habit and I'm going to reroute it into going for my morning walks again. Okay, so it is 8:30. We are at the halfway point, and everyone who's been here with us for a while, that means that it is water time. Yes, and Barbara is reminding me of that. So if you're brand new, we just get a drink of water. I want everybody to get a drink of water. It can be some other non-calorie beverage of your choice. At the 8:30 mark. So they had mango flavored tea across the street today. So that is what I have. It's green tea, mango flavored. Super yummy. Whew. Okay, so I took a sip of my mango flavored green tea, and I am going to go ahead and get my apron on because we are cooking tonight in the second half. And again, if you're new, for the second half, we sometimes make a recipe. Sometimes we just do something fun. Sometimes we just play a game. Sometimes we have grocery hauls if you were brand new, so you want to stay tuned for those. But tonight we are cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and put my apron on because it's going to be, it's not super messy, but it's a teeny bit messy. Definitely was something I want to get my hair out of though, so I'm going to put my hair up real quick. Does anybody have any questions about the status quo or let it go while we're doing this? So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm making this for our dinner, and I am quite sure that John would appreciate me not dumping hair in this. Okay, so I have been craving loaded baked potatoes all week. So you can ask my family. I don't know. I've been talking about loaded baked potatoes. I've been talking about them here at work. Every time Casey says, "What are you going to have for lunch?" I say, "Is there somewhere we can get a loaded baked potato?" And I don't mean like a full fat loaded baked potato. I just mean, I don't know. I've just been wanting a potato with stuff in it, and I've wanted it all week long. My family has not obliged me. My coworkers have not obliged me. No one has been willing to participate in a loaded baked potato with me. So y'all are stuck. You have to have a loaded baked potato because that's what we're going to have for supper tonight. Okay. First thing is, we're going to make some of That Man's chicken tenderloin. And if you are new, you can just go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and search That Man, and you're going to find a whole lot of different, well, there's like 5 or 6 different That Man recipes. We're going to get our air fryer. So I have a Simple Living Products air fryer. We're gonna make we're gonna get the chicken tenders going first, and then I'll explain how to make the rest of it. But we need to go ahead and get these in because this is gonna take 18 minutes. So we're just gonna start with some chicken breast tenderloins. You could use chicken breast if you want to. You can use turkey tenderloin if you want to. The store that I went to today does not have plain turkey breast tenderloin, so they don't have, everything they have is already seasoned, and I did not want it to be seasoned. I just want it to be plain. So this time I got turkey breast tenderloins, you know, the kind of thin ones, so that they would cook in a shorter amount of time and we would be able to get done during the chat. Okay, so I'm just going to get those placed in the basket of my air fryer, and no matter what air fryer you have, you're just going to put them in the bottom. But I have a Simple Living Products air fryer, and I'm going to, because they are chicken breasts, you either need to lightly spritz them with some kind of oil. I use an Evo sprayer. We have these. We don't sell these here at Casey Kitchen Center. Maybe I should look into that. But anyway, we don't sell these on at Casey Kitchen Center, but if you go to CaseyKitchenCenter.com or if you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to where we list products that we like to use, it's on there, and it'll provide an affiliate link to that. So you're going to spritz it with a little bit of oil with the Evo sprayer. It's just a spritz, or you can use nonstick spray if you want to. Then to that, we're going to add some nutritional yeast. We do have like 11 chats for this. So if you don't know what nutritional yeast is, you're going to have to go watch a chat for that, because I do not have time to talk about it tonight. Just rest assured, you're going to need this, because this is what's going to crisp up the chicken in the air fryer. Then to this, we're going to add some Dax. And this is the brand that we carry here at Casey Kitchen Center. It is Dax brand, and we're going to do the Nothing But Ranch. So this is salt-free and MSG-free, and we carry this at Casey Kitchen Center, and this is our second container of it. This is the second one that Casey and I have been using, and look, we're already down to here. We're already down to here on our second container of it. Good job, Barbara. Okay, and then all we're going to do is put this back in the air fryer, and we're going to cook it on 360 for, we're going to cook the chicken breasts on 360 for 18 minutes, and we're going to flip them halfway through. And remember, what am I getting ready to say, everybody? Scoop. Don't shove it in. Scoop. There it is. Okay, so we're going to scoop. We're going to push the center button. It's already on 360. We're going to push the timer and change it to 18 minutes and then push go. So at about the halfway mark, we're going to flip those over. Yeah, and Carol says she needs more ranch. I know. Well, oh, look. So we're getting ready to use this here in a second. Another flavor. Ran out tonight. Fortunately, we sell it here. We sell all of that here at Casey Kitchen Center. Okay. And I have potatoes in this one. I'm going to let these heat up for just a second. The potatoes, you can use russet potatoes, you can use Yukon Gold, you can use sweet potatoes, you can use any kind of potatoes. I use mediums, just a medium-sized potato for this. If I'm gonna have a baked potato, I don't want no stinking small potato. Okay, I mean, I don't need an Oak Ridge big as your head, 1 pound potato. I don't need one that big. I mean, I would eat it, don't get me wrong. But I use like a medium-sized potato. And the potatoes have already been cooking in the air fryer. To cook the potatoes, you're gonna clean them really well. As again, russet, Yukon Gold, sweet potato, doesn't matter. You're gonna clean the potatoes really well. And if I'm using russet potatoes, I clean them really well because doing them in the air fryer makes the skin so crispy that I end up eating the skin too. So I clean them really well first before I put them in there. Then you're just going to lay them in the bottom of the air fryer. I try to only put as many in there as I can get in without them touching. So I don't want the potatoes to touch. You're going to poke, you just use a fork and just poke once in the top of each potato, and then go ahead and lightly spritz them. Hello, Dixie. Dixie's coming on 2 wheels. But lightly spritz them. Again, you can use the Evo spray or you can use a little bit of nonstick spray. I do go ahead and put the nutritional yeast on top of them. You do not have to do that on the potatoes. I do on the Yukon Gold or on the russet because I'm going to eat the skin. As fluffy as this is going to make the potatoes and as delicious as crispy as it's going to make the skin on the russets, or as kind of papery thin as it's going to make the skin on the Yukon Gold, I'm not going to eat the skin on a sweet potato. I don't know. I can't. I don't know about you all. But I do still put the nutritional yeast on the other two just because I'm going to end up eating the skin. So after you do that, spritz them a little bit. I almost always put the Dax Steakhouse seasoning on the potatoes. So even though I'm putting ranch dressing on everything else, the pepper, I don't know, just the steakhouse seasoning, it makes it taste like a steak. It just makes it taste like a steakhouse potato. And Susie wants to know what I use to wash the vegetables. So I get it at Trader Joe's, and I did not bring it in here, sorry, but we have a chat for that. But I get the Trader Joe's veggie wash. It's inexpensive and it lasts forever. I mean, as many things as I wash, I just literally put like a drop on an apple if I'm going to wash it. I mean, a little bit goes a long way, but I really like it. So that's what I use to clean my vegetables. But the potatoes, cooking them in the air fryer is going to make them so fluffy. I mean, they're going to be so fluffy on the inside, and I'll show them to you in just a second. So the potatoes were already almost cooked. I just put them back in there for, just a couple of minutes just to heat them up so that you can get the full effect when I go ahead and cut into them. And again, you can do this on with regular potatoes, russet potatoes, Yukon Golds, or sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes, just a little bit less time on the sweet potatoes, or check them. They tend to cook a little bit faster. And Carol, I do not have any promo codes, but I will say this. Okay, Carol wants to know if we have any promo codes going on at Casey Kitchen Center. I don't, but it's about time for one because we have a whole bunch of summer stuff and Mother's Day stuff that's coming in. But I need to do one. But I will say, I'm going to segue just because Carol asked and say, Jessica has fixed the shipping so that now it's based on weight instead of by price. So I know there were some of you all who were buying like multiples of Swedish dishcloths, which don't, like these, that don't weigh anything, and the freight was getting kind of pricey. So she changed it. Jessica's changed it, and it just started this week. So now the freight is based on weight. So you can get like, I don't know, you could probably get 20 Swedish dishcloths before the freight goes up again. So just know the freight on the skinny syrups is going to go up. The freight on things like stickers and all that lightweight stuff that had a ridiculous amount of, freight on it, no more. It's based on weight. Okay, so while the potatoes are cooking, another thing that we are going to need for this, so this is I didn't even tell you what they were called. I just said they were loaded baked potatoes. These are chicken bacon ranch. Chicken bacon ranch. So when I'm making a loaded baked potato, I'm going all out. Okay, I've been waiting all week on this, so I'm not just gonna have a normal loaded baked potato. So these are chicken bacon ranch loaded baked potatoes. So we've got chicken going in one air fryer. And you see how quiet that is? This is why I love Simple Living Products air fryers. We have 2 air fryers. I mean, look, both of them are going at the same time. I have 2 air fryers going at the same time, and y'all can still hear me, can't you? Can't you? It is not like I have another air fryer that I've had for years and years and years, and it sounds like an airplane taking off. But anyway, okay, so the next thing that we're going to need is ranch dressing. So you can use fat-free ranch dressing. I think it leaves a wang to it. Or you can make your own ranch dressing, and again, I make it with the Dax Nothing But Ranch seasoning, because this is salt-free, MSG-free, delicious. It's fresh. They make it in Alabama. As long as it's not football season, I can say Alabama out loud, but they make it in Alabama. This couple is adorable. But you can use the Dax Nothing But Ranch seasoning to make your own ranch dressing. And it just there is already a recipe for this posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, but it is non-fat plain Greek yogurt, powdered buttermilk, let's see, white vinegar, the Dax, and a little bit of water. So I added a little bit extra water this time because I needed it to be more like dressing and less like dip. Because normally when I make it in a dip. Okay, so you're gonna make that, and you're gonna make. So I had to make some of this ahead. Here, I'm gonna slow down just a little bit. So I had to make some of this ahead so that I wouldn't take up your entire evening while we were making this. Okay, this next thing is one of my very favorite things to make. And y'all should know that because I make this all the time. Absolutely all the time. So this next thing is, you can't have chicken bacon ranch loaded baked potatoes. Chicken bacon ranch loaded baked potatoes. You can't have those without bacon. Okay, this bacon I started making after I went to a bridal shower several years ago for my accountability buddy Karen. When her son and daughter-in-law, now daughter-in-law, when they were getting ready to be married, the wedding shower was at a super cute, really large venue here in Knoxville. But the reason that it's large is because it's an old home. It's like an historic home, but it's sprawling landscape and gardens and all this stuff, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Well, they had a place called Holly's did the catering, and Holly's is if you've ever eaten at Holly's, I think it's just called Holly's. I think now it's just called Holly's Diner, and it is on Central here in Knoxville. I've only ever eaten catered things. I've never actually been to Holly's, but for people who have been, everything is fabulous. So this is candied bacon. Let's check the chicken real quick. Not quite time to flip the chicken, but potatoes have heated up enough that I'm going to turn them off. So I will check the chicken again here in 2 minutes if somebody will remind me in 2 minutes. And hello, Stacy. But this is my best imitation of Holly's candied bacon. So she had this spread at this bridal shower, lots and lots of wonderful food. So I mean, there was everything, and this was back, when people could get together. This was obviously pre-COVID, but hands down, everyone went back. Everybody was going back to the candied bacon and getting more and more and more and more. And Karen's sister-in-law even took some home to her husband. It was so good. It was so amazingly wonderful. But this is my best rendition of Holly's candied bacon. This recipe is also already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So if you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and just search for candied bacon, it's bacon, and you can make it with real pork bacon. You can make it with turkey bacon. And yes, a couple of weeks ago, it may have even just last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago. We made it with veggie bacon. Equally good with all of them. So good with all of them. And this has sugar-free maple syrup and then it has the Dax Red Mountain Rub. I'm telling you, the Red Mountain Rub is what makes the difference. If I didn't already have this, if I didn't already own this, I'm not sure that I could have nailed this recipe. To me, this tastes just like her bacon. I'm serious. I think it's just like her bacon. So the Dax Red Mountain Rub, you can see how much I use it. Another empty container, another empty one. So fortunately, we sell it here at Casey Kitchen Center, or I'd be in big trouble. So that is bacon, and today I made real bacon, so it's real pork bacon, and sugar-free maple syrup, and Dax Red Mountain Rub, and it is the closest I can get to Holly's bacon, to her candied bacon. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, we're going to use that here in just a few minutes. First, though, it is time to flip the chicken over. So let me grab it. Yeah, and Orlando Debbie just said it's the best. It's my favorite. It is absolutely my favorite of all the Dax spices. I mean, even, y'all are going to cringe when I say this, but even more than the ranch. I love the Dax ranch. Don't get me wrong. Love it. The Red Mountain Rub, I wish they would just send me like a huge container of it, because I eat it all the time on everything. Okay, so now we're just going to take the chicken tenders at the 8-minute mark. So remember, this was $3.60 for 18 minutes for the chicken tenders. You can also do the chicken breasts, as long as they're not super thick. You can do those on the same amount of time and temperature, but you're going to flip them over at the halfway point. When you get on there and start looking for things that are That Man, there's going to be That Man's chicken tenders. There's going to be That Man's chicken thighs, which the chicken thighs were the original recipe. They are equally delicious, but they are points for all three, for blue, green, and purple, because they're chicken thighs. There's going to be turkey breast tenderloin, which the turkey breast tenderloin, again, that is my very favorite. That's my favorite way to make That Man's. Oh yeah, Debbie says the Dax, the Red Mountain Rub, is her favorite too. Can you buy it in a large container? Nope, it's only available in the small containers. They have 2 flavors that are in the large, original, and I'm trying to think what the other one is, but no, Red Mountain Rub only comes in the small one. But anyway, so you're going to flip them over. Again, the turkey tenderloin is absolutely my favorite, but the store that I went to today doesn't have it plain. They only have it, you know, already with seasoning on it. So that's my second favorite thing about. Oh, and Debbie says, have you ever made That Man's fish? Yeah, well, I have made That Man's salmon. Yes, I have, but I've never posted it as a recipe, and it's delicious. But I use the orange zest, or the let's see, lemon zest, or orange, what's it called? The orange one, whatever the orange one is called. Okay, so we have made potatoes. I'm just going to do a quick recap here. We've made potatoes. Today I made russet potatoes, and they are cleaned them really good with my Trader Joe's veggie cleaner. Then I poked a hole in them, you know, like with a fork. Cooked them on 390. Yeah, the citrus groove, that's it. Citrus groove, or the lemon zest. That's exactly it, Debbie. 390 degrees in the air fryer for 35 to 40 minutes. And when you get to the 35-minute point, go ahead and poke them with the fork again, just to see how they're doing, because you want them to be soft, but you don't want them to be overcooked. Then we made, yep, and Carol is exactly right, That Man's green beans. Yeah, it's also good on all veggies. She's exactly right. The asparagus is the bomb. It's absolutely the bomb. Okay, then we made Dax ranch dressing, and I made it a little bit thinner so that we could use it as dressing instead of as a dip. And we made candied bacon. So we've got this going for us. Okay, and then we took a sip of our mango tea. Okay, so we're going to get a couple of potatoes out, and I'm going to show you how I cut potatoes, because people laugh at me for how I cut potatoes, but I don't really care. So let's get going on that. So the potatoes, again, I use medium-sized potatoes. You can use little wee baby potatoes if you want to, but, you know, again, if I'm going to have a potato, I'm going to go ahead and spend the points on a potato. And if you're doing purple right now, you might not even have to spend some points on that. Okay, and I was saying my second favorite thing about the Simple Living Products air fryer is, did you notice when I pushed that back in? When I flipped that, even though I talked and talked and talked, when I pushed it back in, it started going right where we left off. My third favorite thing is how easy it cleans up. But remember, when you get yours, you need to go ahead and season it. That's a whole nother chat. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. And it also cools down on its own. So like when I make my apples, when I make my air fryer baked apples, I go get in the shower because when they're done, it's going to cool down and they're not going to continue to cook like they would in the oven, you know, and burn themselves up. Okay, so this is why everybody laughs at me how I cut potatoes. So I don't cut them straight down. Hopefully y'all can see that. I don't cut them straight down. I zigzag them. So I'll do a zig and a zag. And can you hear the skin? Can you hear how crisp that is? And a zig and a zag and a zig. Okay. So I'll just do that all the way across. And I don't know why. I don't know when I got started doing that. I don't know if anybody taught me to do that, but that's the way I do it. And then you're going to squeeze them. And this is why I like, and now if we had just, let me just say this, if these had been cooking for the whole 40 minutes on 390 and I had just pulled them out, no way would I be able to squeeze that. Okay, so I don't want anybody grabbing a hold of a 390 degree potato and squeezing it. Okay, I only did that because I warmed them back up. I warmed them back up before we got started. Okay, but look how fluffy that is. So look how fluffy that potato is. That is literally that's a steakhouse potato. And because I've super cleaned the outside of the potato and sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil, and then put the Dax steakhouse seasoning on there, and then cooked it, and it's so crisp. So when I get home and John and I enjoy these, we will be eating the skin too. So it'll be perfect with the skin on there. Okay, then to that, and through the magic of television, I already have some of the ranch, the That Man's chicken with the ranch on it. I already have some. And John says, oh my goodness, I'm hungry. Yeah, so I will rush home as soon as I can so that we can eat these because I am starving. We had breakfast this morning and then we've had nothing since then. So anyway, I am starving too. But through the magic of television, I already have some of That Man's chicken breast tenderloins already made, because we can't wait on that to cook. So I'm just going to put some of that in here. It's about, since these are good sized potatoes, it's going to be about a tender, like one chicken tender worth. And Casey will have these videos posted tomorrow. Casey will have the videos posted, the YouTube videos posted tomorrow, so you can go back and watch this. You can always watch it on Facebook, but she will have it posted on YouTube tomorrow, and then Jessica should have the actual chat posted in just another day or two, so that you can. I know. I'm gonna tell you what Debbie said in just a second, but so that you can so you can print the recipe out. So we will do a recipe for just the potato, just cooking the potato itself. For the chicken is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Just use ranch seasoning instead of whatever seasoning you were going to use. The ranch dressing recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, so you can go ahead and go do that. The candied bacon recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So Jessica will be posting the potato recipe and then this all together recipe. But then you're going to put about 1 piece of bacon worth. Oh, and what Debbie said a second ago that I giggled over. She said, just don't snack and eat it on the way home. It makes such a good snack. So a lot of times when we are leaving to go to Orlando to see Debbie and Mickey Mouse, I will make a couple of containers like this of either That Man's chicken or That Man's turkey tenderloin and dice it up like this. And I'm going to try not to talk too long. Dice it up like that. It is so easy just to sit there and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, out of the container, because it makes an excellent snack. Okay, and then the piece de resistance. We are going to add some of the Dax ranch dressing to the top of this. So we're just going to put a dollop of that on there, maybe a little bit bigger dollop. We're going to put that on there, and there you have it. Now, if I were at home, I would literally and when I get home, I'll probably do this. I would literally just cut all this up together and not worry about making it pretty, because it is so delicious and so yummy. And if you had extra points that. And Dixie said, are you saying that man or fat man? I'm saying that, T-H-A-T. It's a long story, and we have another, like, probably 4 other chats about that, but that man did a cooking product, pots and pans, Towncraft pots and pans demonstration years ago. I mean, John and I were first married, and we made his chicken for years, and I recreated it in the air fryer, but we didn't know his name, so we just referred to him as that man at the cooking thing. So we saw for years before we ever started this, John and I would always refer to it as that man's chicken. What do you want for supper tonight? That man's chicken. So we always called it that man's. So anyway, that's the potato. It's the potato, chicken. Oh, and Carol would have to put a little bit of butter on the potato. You could. And then the ranch dressing. See, I would just use more ranch dressing. I would use more ranch dressing. But I want to show you these chicken tenders. I want to show you how juicy they are. So yes, the point of tonight's chat was, and we got to hurry it up. The point of tonight's chat was the potato, but I want to show you how juicy these chicken tenders are out of the air fryer. Okay, so you can see how steamy they are. Let me cut one of these in half, and I'm not cutting this on the non-stick. I'm setting them, so please don't use a sharp knife in your Simple Living Products air fryer basket. I have just set this on top of another piece of chicken to protect the bottom, but look how juicy these are. Can you see? Whoa, can you see how juicy that is? By cooking it in the air fryer instead of baking it, or, oh yeah, John says it's 25 plus years of that man's chicken. We've literally been eating that man's chicken for over 25 years, and now we make it in the air fryer. But making it in the air fryer, look, I mean, it's dripping. It's dripping. It's so juicy. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I can't recommend this enough. And I don't know why we don't make it every day. I seriously don't know why John and I don't make it every day. But anyway, so here's the potato. So again, don't do this at home. I'm only, if I can pick it up, I'm only doing this because they've been out of the air fryer long enough that I'm not going to burn myself. Shouldn't burn myself, but look at that yummy, yummy potato. Crisp skin, that man's chicken on it, a little bit of candied bacon, some Dax ranch dressing. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, so now I'm starving, and I get to lick my fingers. I'm starving. I still have to clean up a little bit. John's starving because he already knows exactly what this tastes like because he's eaten it so many times. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and tell you all, have an awesome and amazing evening. I always enjoy being here with you. Oh, how many points? It is, let me see, and I may actually I'm going to have to look at my phone. So and Jessica will post this, but on blue, it is 6 for all of this. On green, it is 8, and on purple, it is 2 for everything that we have here. So let me get back over with you all on Facebook again, just in case there are any other questions. But y'all have an amazing week. I hope if you want if you want a loaded baked potato and your family won't oblige, make this, and then watch them go, oh, I want a loaded baked potato. Nuh-uh. Nope, they're all mine. I'm just kidding. I'm taking them home to John. Thank you, Dixie. You all are awesome too. And they are so good, Katie. And of course, I already tested the chicken and the bacon, just for your protection, so that you all would know, how good it was. So y'all have a great week. I'm going to rush home and go fix one of these for John so that we can have these for dinner tonight. But I have so enjoyed y'all being here, and I can't wait to see you next week. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over, and pretty please watch it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button and click the little bell so that you can be notified the next time we have a video. Or if you need any of the, awesome merchandise, and you can order whatever you want, so you don't have to wait for me to order something. You can click over here on our Spreadshirt store. So y'all have a great week, and I will see you next time. And I'm starving. This smells so good, but I really enjoyed being with you all, and I'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.